Okay, well, even though it's a cloudy day, I'm just going to do a quick walking tour of downtown Kingsport. Just make sure I have it. Here's my favorite place to eat in downtown, the Old Crow Tavern. There you go. A look at it. And go back to the wide angle. We have all kinds of unique places here in downtown. I love downtown Kingsport. Did I say that enough? We'll go on this walking tour here. We'll go down to the main street. It's not called Main Street. It's Broad Street. Yeah, we have all kinds of one-of-a-kind places to eat. We have wide sidewalks here. How about that? There we go. One reason I like this little camera is it has very good image stabilization. And here's an alleyway. The old electrical. Let's see here. There's 3 big fat transformers up there. There's 2 on this one. Yeah, I believe there's a gyroscope in here, a miniature gyroscope. For its stabilization. I don't know how Sony did it. It's a shame it can't shoot at 4K. Here we go at our beautiful roundabout here, an intersection. We're at the intersection of Broad Street. Take a look this way. Now,
you gotta stop and wait. Put the iPad away.
go ahead and turn the camera off, and I'm going to walk down to another part of Kingsport. So hopefully here this video shows that Kingsport isn't exactly flat, that we do have a slight slope here, some topography. And here's Hudson's General Store. if you like antiques, we've got all kinds of antique stores here. That's one of the best, Anchor. Oh, we've even got a dispensary here. People who are into the THC. And at the end here is a, just keep walking. This is a train station. It's no longer used. It's been turned into a bank. Yeah, how about this? The laboratory. We have lots of outdoor cafes here. This is stir fry. The weather here is so nice. Oh, we have a new business getting ready to open. Businesses here come and go. It's just the nature of a small town that some businesses get established and are very successful. Others are just a flash in the pan. So here's another look at some of the storefronts. Musicali, that's where I bought a guitar. So, yeah. How about that? Oh, someone even stopped here so they wouldn't be in the way of the movie camera. And the courtesy here is amazing. I just want to walk to the end here where the train station used to be, and they completely renovated Main Street here. I mean, completely. Electrical lines, sewer, paving, everything. So let's just take a look at the work that was done here. Wow, this is really nice. Look at this. You just zoom in. Check that out. Just picture perfect. Picture perfect. Boy, they redid. They went all out with this renovation of Main Street. Yeah. There's the old train station. It's a shame it's not a train station anymore. And that would be great if we had train service here. So I'll put it back in wide angle and I'm going to walk across Main Street. We'll look at some of the businesses here, but Main Street is really on the peripheral of downtown. And here's some of the landscaping. Really nice. Okay, and here's another look at the topography of our downtown. Broad Street really is our main street. Zip on over here. Yeah, we do have a main street, just as I showed. There we go. That's a backlit, so that's probably not going to work too well, a backlit photograph. I hear an electric car coming up here beside me. Alright. All new pavement, all new everything. They did a really nice job. So we'll walk along some of the new businesses here that have moved in after the renovation was done in our downtown. We do have a train yard nearby. Not sure if you heard that sound, but I can hear a locomotive. There it is. Yes. It's just a shame we don't have passenger rail here. Yeah, there's the locomotive right there. Okay. Street here, these old buildings. How about this little area here? Yeah, there's something about the charm of a small town. Some of the vintage buildings that have been preserved. Yep. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off now. So here's another look at the train station, and then over here is Centennial Park. Let me zoom in on that. There we go. Yeah, over there is Centennial Park. Rest of Main Street. And some of the other establishments. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera back off and we'll turn it back on when we're at Center Street. Okay. So what this is an old movie theater that's been turned into a play. They have a playhouse. They have plays here. It's called the Lamplight Theater. Isn't that beautiful? Here's a little box office. And a Lamplight Theater. How about that? So I've got a little ways to go yet until I get to Center Street and Broad, which is the geographical center of our downtown. I guess you could call it the symmetrical center downtown. Again, here's another look at a beautifully tailored intersection. Sculpture. It's so quiet and peaceful here. There's nobody to bother you. It feels like I'm in Europe. It's not even... I feel so safe here on the streets of Kingsport. I can't say that about other American cities. There's Hudson's General Store again. Okay, since I have a lot more walking to do, let me go ahead and turn the camera off. I'll turn it back on shortly when I get to the destination intersection. I'm still not there to Center Street yet, but I've seen this bronze statue here for quite some time. It's really beautiful. It's like a traveler with his dog. So I'm going to show another shot here of PJ Antiques. Here we are, intersection of Market Street. Let's see, let me zoom in on PJ's. There we go. PJ's Antiques. That's 3 stories of antiques in that building. So we'll zoom across here. Show you Market Street where I walk up from. Beautiful Kingsport. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off again. I'll turn it on as I get towards Center Street. Oh, I couldn't resist showing some of the dining assets here in downtown Kingsport. Another outdoor eatery. Mikado's. Isn't that nice? We have so many days of good weather here. It's easy to eat outdoors. How about this? How about this in this little small town? A cat cafe. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I just had to stop and show some of this. And here's another view of some of the establishments here, the businesses along Broad Street. All the available parking. And just a block over, there's a free covered parking garage for your convenience to visit here in downtown Kingsport and spend the day. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off again until I get over to Center Street. I'm almost there. Here's some of the sculpture we have in downtown Kingsport. Thor's hammer on a lightning bolt. How about that? And another view here. You can see the gently sloping topography of our downtown. So I'm getting there. I am almost to Center Street, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave the camera on. And here's some more storefronts. And that beautiful restored red brick Progress building. We have a news station in there. We've got coffee shops, office buildings. What a beautiful restoration of that building. Some of these other buildings are undergoing restoration. That's what the dumpsters are out here all about. They're working on this building here. Someday I guess they're going to turn that into luxury condos. Certainly a worthwhile building. Okay. Oh my goodness, how about these beautiful iron planters? Something you wouldn't expect to see here in this part of Tennessee. Those are pretty solid, folks. Those are not going to blow away. And here we have a boutique menswear clothing store. Blakely Mitchell. Boy, they've got some really nice clothing in there. You want to dress up, be an attorney, this is where you go. Oh my goodness. Let's take a quick look here in the window. A little window shopping. Somebody once told me it doesn't cost anything to look. So we've got a little bit of everything here in Kingsport, the kind of things you wouldn't expect in a small city. Okay. Notice all the trees, the greenery, the canopies of shade, and these beautifully maintained block ends here. So there it is. We've got our Our news station has a remote studio there in the Progress building. Yeah. So let me move along here. Okay. And here we are at Broad and Center Street. We'll take a quick look here along some of the storefronts. Again, where some new buildings have been built, but they kept the original red brick architecture and that realty business. I've been talking to the city here about having these empty buildings torn down and build a hotel so people can stay here in Kingsport overnight and walk. And like I said, we have these beautiful pedestrian ends here at the street. This is a very walkable city. Kingsport is known for its super wide sidewalks. I mean, those sidewalks are wider than they look in this camera. So here we are, you can tell by the traffic. We're on Center Street, folks. Center Street and Broad. Yep, there's the traffic to prove it. And we'll take another look down here in downtown Kingsport. Well, I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to turn the camera off now and walk back. Thank you for watching.